One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Where's my Kool-Aid?
Alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones: turnovers, special teams play. But here's what's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives your defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Time has arrived.
Adoree Jackson on the return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Nice run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Wentz now on first down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Hall of Famer Kevin Greene in on the stop. And on the tackle, Kevin Greene, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Greene taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And what a speech he gave that night. I can still see him standing up there. And the line that resonated for me, I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only they saw Kevin Greene play.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go play action here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw is Wentz. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jack Doyle, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. On first down, Love. And his first pass is incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third down, Locke. Sliding out of the pocket. High throw, but he makes the catch. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, the game underneath stuff, you got to go and make the tackle.
Man, finna quit.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Come on now, let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback and not just a productive one.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Yes, sir.
On the ball.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And the work is near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
To throw, it's Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, Ryan going up top. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Ryan. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very...
And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! Odell Beckham from 4 yards out. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan.
Let's go.
Tipped and intercepted.
Let's go.
It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, here's Wentz. They go screen. This is Ingram. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Play action. Now Wentz. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman.
Let's go.
A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down.
Take it.
So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That nigga dropped it.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, if I make this, I'm going to go.
On play action, wins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A final shot before half for Wentz. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
They've got his man complete.
Oh, let him not get
Titans. Randy Moss, 75 yards. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's go.
Ingram again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Fuck.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Watch him in.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Geno Atkins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on third. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught. It's Edelman. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going...
And he will take it in for the touchdown. Marvin Jones, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And some space here. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Hall of Famer. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Wentz now on first down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And now running right through it. 23 yards on the play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing on first is Wentz. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Got some skills, boy.
This fielded at the 2. Now a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got a...
Nah, don't quit, man. Don't quit, bro. Don't do it, man. Come on, bud. Damn, he quit.